Good morning. We've added another Skycam to the Storm Team Skycam network. This morning we're looking out at the flags at Dakota Magic Casino near Hankinson, and you can see those flags really blowing here with some snow blowing with that too. Light snow off and on impacting us in the valley. Southern Valley especially, like in that region, and in Fargo too, where we can expect to see additional snowfall, though there might be some of us up north that see a little bit here too this morning as well. So here's a look at what is happening over the last few hours, the loop here on our radar. You can see that the bulk of the heavier snow is off to our east right now. We do have some snow still coming down in Fargo and up toward Grand Forks and back into parts of Minnesota and back over toward our western viewing area, also seeing a little bit of snow there as well. We're going to zoom in on the one area where we're looking like we're getting a little bit heavier snow, basically from the Dilworth area back up through Mahnomen. There's a band right here of darker blue indicating some heavier snow coming down, and back over toward northwestern parts of Cass County as well, and into southern Steele. We're seeing a little bit of that as well here this morning. Now there's a big break right here just south of that band of snow, but there's more that's developed. This batch of snow from Bismarck down through Pierre and down to I-90 in South Dakota, and that's going to work its way to the north and east. So more snow impacting us here in the valley, some snow down by Sioux Falls as well. So we're not done just yet. Even if we get a little bit of a lull, maybe just enough of a break so you can get out and get things cleaned up for you to get out the door and get to work. But don't be surprised when you come home this evening if you have an additional amount of snow on the ground as you do so. And we'll show you how things will shape up here in just a moment. Wind is out of the north. We're looking at wind speeds into the teens, some gusts into the 20s. So there's going to be a blowing snow issue. Not a major one, but still visibility down in some areas to as low as a mile in Wadena. Actually, it looks like Park Rapids is lower now at 3/4 of a mile there. Bemidji over toward Detroit Lakes, we're looking at a little less than 2 miles, right at 2 in Fosston. And Fargo's a little less than 2 miles as well for visibility. So some issues with visibility continuing as long as we get that snow coming down and that wind's whipping it around a little bit here today. And of course, we would expect that to be worse in those open areas. Our temperatures are in the single digits, above zero at least. We're looking at 6 degrees in Fargo, 5 in Grand Forks. It's 1 above in Valley City. And here's your hour-by-hour planner. We're looking at snow once again moving through. You can see a couple of rounds of them impacting us here this morning. 9 a.m. seeing some of that snow stretching from Baudette down through Valley City. And this band just kind of continues to work its way to the north and east. Notice it's not widespread. So there are going to be some places that don't pick up much more than what we've got now, but other spots where we could get a little bit more than that. As we progress into the afternoon, that snow should be ending. The one area where it might linger is over into the Lake of the Woods area and down by Bemidji. And elsewhere, we're looking at some clearing skies. The wind's still a bit brisk into the teens here this afternoon, and temperatures in those low teens as well coming up for this afternoon. So clearing out and quieting down here basically in the forecast, and maybe we'll even get to see some sunshine before it sets around 6. Getting into the 10 o'clock hour, we're really clearing out. That will lead to some cold temperatures tomorrow morning. We will start off below zero across the valley into the single digits to about 10 below to start off. And we start a recovery thanks to that sunshine and a southwesterly breeze. We'll get some teens for the afternoon hours, some mid to upper teens in the south, lower teens up in the north for your highs, with some quiet weather otherwise, so we can get things cleaned up and cleared off after this latest round of winter weather. So here's a look at your snowfall potential. Where you see this lighter blue here, that's about 1 inch to 2 inches through the rest of the day. This is, of course, in addition to what we've seen so far. And in places like Detroit Lakes and Bemidji, maybe even a little bit more, that 2 to 3 inch range. So again, we could still add up our totals here as we progress through the rest of the morning hours. Here's our photo today. Very familiar sight, a winter wonderland. This is in Big Turtle Lake in Minnesota. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing such a pretty shot. And here's a look at your 7-day planner. So today's kind of the big snow event of the next 7 days. Tomorrow we start to warm things up slightly, same thing into Thursday, but it might take a while. Into Friday we get to about 20 degrees, and we do have a nice weekend ahead of us, some mid-20s to mid-30s Saturday through Sunday, and we hang on to 30 into Monday as well. So we're looking at some slowly improving weather, but today's going to be a rough commute here this morning. We're going to be struggling a little bit in some areas, and of course you'll want to get to shoveling. The good news is I did a little shoveling this morning, and the snow is pretty light and fluffy, so it won't be super heavy. Of course, shoveling it all is always a bit of a workout, so make sure you take it easy.
Good reminder. Thank you, Lisa. One business in the Valley is taking you all around North Dakota with just one quick stop in their pop-up shop. We'll explain next.